Hello all, my name is Michelle Raymond. I'm a HR consultant, a trainer and visibility strategist, and I work with organisations that wish to exceed their financial and their operational targets, and I do this through inclusive leadership training and coaching. So the idea about purpose, I have some really strong thoughts about this and I wanted to share this with you. What is purpose? What does it really mean? Now, purpose means different things to different people. And I want to share with you what purpose means to me so that you get a bit of insight into where I'm coming from and what I'm about to say. So there was a period of time in my life where I had no direction, where my personal life was falling apart. My professional life was doing okay, but because my personal life was going through so much trauma, it started to impact my professional life. And certain things was happening around me and I just couldn't cope. I fell into depression. And because of that, I had to deal with so much things around me and I just couldn't cope. And during that time, I just lost my direction in life. I had no idea what I was on this earth to do. I had no idea what my purpose was. So during that time, and I think it lasted for about 2 years, when I just felt like I had no direction, I had no real vision or strategy of how I wanted my life to be. But I remember going to this place, to this venue, and I was sitting down and somebody was speaking and I was listening to them. And I remember them saying, "Be transformed by the renewing of your mind." And as I sat and those words sunk into me, I realized that, Michelle, you're not at cause here. You have to do something about it. Take the power back. Take the ownership back and get back in control of your life. And when that realization hit me, I really knew at that point what my true purpose was. What was my purpose? My purpose is to help and support and guide, inspire and empower others to be the very best version of themselves. My purpose was to allow people to become visible, to have their voices heard. Because during that time, that difficult period of time, my voice was shut off. I didn't feel empowered to speak my truth. I didn't feel the strength to have my voice heard. But when I reclaimed my power back and really understood my true purpose, everything shifted. And then everything started to get in alignment to what I wanted in life. So then my purpose was, like I said, to allow people to have a seat at the table, to have their voices heard. Now, if we were to look at this in a leadership context, and to look at purpose at work, it's around intention, knowing why you're here, knowing what you do and why it matters. How do you contribute to the bigger picture? How do you play a role, a vital role, in seeing the strategy in completion? This is what true purpose is when it comes to being at work. You're not just a number. You're not just another employee where you check in and check out. Everybody has a specific role to play. Every single person has to understand their purpose, their inner purpose, their purpose for living, for contributing, for taking part of society. But you also have to understand your purpose in the workplace. What does that mean? Are you able to show up as your true self? Bring your whole self to work? Are you able to show up as you and not try to be someone else? Because everybody's taken. But understanding who you are. And that even comes down from knowing your history, knowing the importance of your name, knowing the importance of your character, your personality. Standing in your power, standing in your truth. This is what true leadership is. True leadership is understanding what your purpose is, what you're called to do. That no one else can do what you do. There'll be lots of copycats. People could try and replicate, but no one can do what you can do. And that's what true leadership is. And this is what true purpose is. It's about reflecting and understanding all the things that have brought you to where you are right now. All the challenges you've been through. The trauma that you've been through. All of this has been created to form the person who is here right now. To create the leader that you are now. There are qualities about you that if you had to do a survey and say, when you think of me, what comes up? When I think of Michelle, what comes up? Because all of those things are related to who you are as a person. It's related to your purpose, your mission in life, to be intentional. So every morning, you should wake up and think, how can I be great today? How can I bring about impact today? How can I serve today? How can I make a difference today? These are the questions that go in my mind every day. How can I stand out? How can I be visible? How can I have a voice to be heard so that my contribution gets counted? So that what I have to say gets remembered. What I do makes an impact in the lives for others so that they too can make an impact for others coming up behind them. So for me, purpose has been intentional. Living on purpose, not by accident. Creating my own wealth, creating my destiny. Being an advocate at work, a true leader at work. Even if you're in retailing, it doesn't matter if you're in customer service, front of house. It doesn't matter if you're at the most senior positions within the retail. We all have something to offer. We all have something to offer. We all can contribute at some level. And this is a saying that I'm going to leave you with. How can you make an impact in life? How can you make an impact in the world if every day you choose to tiptoe through life? How can you make an impact in the world if you choose to tiptoe through life? This is the real meaning and the true meaning of purpose.